What's up guys, Teo here, and I am super excited to be on this video because I want to show you how I'm able to generate anywhere from 300 to 500 to 700 appointments per month to my business, Stealth Agents. And if you're a consultant, if you're a coach, if you're selling solar, if you're selling insurance, whatever it may be, and you're looking at ways to getting appointments booked on your calendar, then I'm gonna show you a really cool strategy on how you can use Facebook Messenger to reach out to your potential prospects and get them booked into your calendar. Now, I've been doing this for probably around 8 months or so, and you probably haven't seen me on Facebook or on YouTube or anything like that, just because I've been super busy working on building Stealth Agents. Now, this strategy combined with other strategies into getting people onto our calendar so that my client directors can reach out to them and sell them on products and services. This strategy can be applied to any type of business. So if you're struggling as an agency owner and you're trying to get appointments to your bookings for your calendars to get people to, let's say, do spend Facebook ads money on you, and you're trying to get those type of clients, this can work for you. This can work for all types of businesses, ranging from small, medium businesses to even larger enterprises. And you have to be very careful with this. Now, there is a disclaimer that I'm going to tell you. You do not want to spam using this technique. This technique you can use on multiple platforms, not just Facebook. You can use this on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, you name it. Any platform, social media platform that you can reach out to your potential prospects and do it on an automated way, you can absolutely do this on there. But for today, I'm going to show you how we do this on Facebook Messenger and how we're able to book anywhere, like I said, 300 to 700 appointments per month utilizing Facebook Messenger. Now, let's just jump into my Acuity calendar here, and I'm just going to go with you month by month. So we're in the month of May. We have 300 appointments. Last month of April, we had 569 appointments. Last month in March, month before that in March, 764. That was a really good month for us. 480 appointments on February. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to go all the way back to when we first started Stealth Agents, which was right around May, and how many appointments we have. So let's go into May. Let me actually just click this. Let's go to May. Oh, it doesn't even go that far. Okay, so let's go to May. Let's just scroll through, and you can see how the appointments have, when I first started this thing, there wasn't a lot. So May, we started Stealth Agents, and then in June, 66 appointments. Now, mind you, after all these things, after everything's said and done, we've closed about $835,000 in business, and a lot of that is also recurring as well. So just to give you an idea of what you could be doing with this, right? So I could be sharing this with you. I could be selling it as informational and sell it as like one of these gurus and sell it for like $2,000 or $5,000 just to share with you this information. But I'm giving this for free in hopes that maybe in the future you may want to do business with us and you may want to implement these strategies into your business and utilize even Stealth Agents to help you with this. So back in June when we first started, 66 appointments. As you can see, 89 appointments in July, and then you're gonna start to see it climb and steadily go up. August, 125 appointments. In September, 201 appointments. And then we were stagnant for quite a while here. And I'll explain to you why. The biggest reason why we were plateauing at around 200 appointments per month was because there were things that we didn't figure out yet until we found solutions for them in our Facebook messaging. And we constantly kept optimizing our messages. We constantly optimized our profiles. I'm going to show you guys one of the profiles that we use and how you can do that for yourself as well. So here in September, we had 201 appointments, and you can see the plateau here. September, October, November, December, 4 months of plateau, right? And then something happened in January. We were able to break through to 300 appointments from 200 appointments. So that's a big increase, right? Almost 50% increase in appointments. And then let's take a look at February, 460 appointments. Okay, we learned something here. And then in March, 764. We did really good. And then we took a little step back, so we can optimize a little bit better. So better appointments, better show up rates, and all that stuff. So 569 appointments in April, and now in May, 331 appointments. So we've done a whole year, like a full year of Stealth Agents, and we've done all of these appointments, a lot of them through Facebook Messenger. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to show you why Facebook Messenger, why we use it as our platform. I know a lot of people typically use LinkedIn to get clients. We use that as well, but not as hard as we use Facebook Messenger. And I'm going to show you an example of how we do this. All right, so now I have pulled up one of my workers' Facebook pages, and I have a whole team, like you can say a little army of people that are out there reaching out to other customers on Facebook. Now, the thing that you have to understand is that you have to utilize the Facebook profile as if you were creating a landing page. Okay, so you've probably learned about landing pages, ClickFunnels, and all that. You have to utilize your profile just as you were to a landing page. Now, on this profile, we can see that, okay, hey, look, it's the timeline. Having an expert virtual agent will help you to a great extent. Increase productivity, improve customer satisfaction, reduce overhead costs. And then we have our branding, our logo, and then our tagline. Business owners need heroes too, right? And then you have, of course, these are real profiles. And then right here you have a tagline: need virtual assistants? Let us help. Okay. You can see how many people she has. She's been doing this for a while. 2,000 people here. Following, not including, like, also might include some friends here. And then 4,200 friends right here, as we can see. And then we also have a link right here that when people visit her profile, you know, maybe the thousands of people that have visited her profile have seen what she's doing, and her link right here. This goes to our website. This goes to a form that they fill out, and this goes to our client testimonials. Okay, so when clients see this, they're building a relationship with this person, Laura, and they're getting to know her, and she's showing you right on her page exactly what she does and what we can offer for other business owners. Okay, so the strategy here is a number of things. So the first thing you have to do is you have to set up your profile for success. And what I mean by that is having all these things right here. So you would have where you work, and then they can go to our Facebook page here as well. And then the link tree right here, the link to your website, the tagline, what they do, the timeline image right here, even the image right here. Some of our profiles have a different image here as well. And then constantly posting content that's relevant as well. Okay, so inspirational content, good morning content, memes as well, right? Even content directly from our Facebook page here as well that we post. Content like this: data entry, customer service, email support, we got you, right? So imagine the thousands of people that are seeing her content on their newsfeed. It's almost like free advertising, right? The only thing is it's sweat equity because you have to put in the work and all that stuff. But it's almost like free content, free advertising. Here's another one right here where it's like a testimonial of one of our clients. So things that we add into this Facebook profile are testimonials, content, daily content, memes, good mornings, like quotes, and just things that get people engaged with this person and this profile. The second thing that happens is that people tend to reply back to us. They start sending us messages, inquiring of our services. So initially she goes out and she starts finding these people that are relevant in the niche. So whether you're in solar, then you'd find people that are, that would want solar. If you're in insurance, you would find people that would want to, your typical customer avatar for insurance. And we would add these people on Facebook. They would take a look at the profile, see who we are, and then message us if they're interested. And the engaging content right here, you can call it sort of like a follow-up. And so she's following up, every single day with new content, with videos, and we have a ton of content on our social media pages. Okay, now let's go on to the next part. Now that you've gotten all of this, it's very important that you also document your numbers. Super important that you know your numbers each and every single day, because this is where profitability comes into place. Okay, 3 things to understand and to know. Number 1, do you know what your current CPA is? Cost per acquisition to acquire a customer. So your current CPA is, look at the numbers that you're spending on advertising right now on Facebook, Google, Instagram, whatever, and see what it costs to acquire one customer to book into your calendar. So if that cost per acquisition was, let's say, $40 to book a customer into your calendar, then you know what your benchmark CPA is, okay? Number 2, the second thing to understand is how much does it cost for you to acquire a paying customer. So $40 for you to book a customer, and it's gonna cost you maybe $500 to acquire one customer. But that customer is paying you $2,000 a month, okay? Number 2 is to know how much it costs to acquire a customer, an actual paying customer. So your CPA for leads and your CPA for customers. Number 3, the last thing you need to know is your average order value. How much do your customers pay you? So knowing these 3 numbers, on average, if you have 10 customers that are paying you $2,000 each, every single customer, then your average order value is $2,000. If you have a mix of $2,000 payments, $1,000 payments, $500 payments, it's good to know your average order value, because when you put those numbers in calculation, you're gonna know exactly what your goals are. Your goal is the number that you need to hit in order to become profitable in this situation right here. So whether you're a solopreneur or whether you're building a team of 10, 20, 100 people that are doing this task for you. And like I said, if you need help with that, we can actually set it up for you. We've gone through the entire optimization stages. We know exactly what to do. As you see in the 200 appointments that we were plateauing, we fixed that, we figured that out, so we know exactly what to do. So let's go ahead and create a profitability sheet, right? And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that exactly. So let's call this profitability from Facebook Messenger. Okay, so the first things is to create your benchmarks. So let's say, what is your CPA for leads, your CPA for customers, and let's say your average order value, okay? So these are the benchmarks that we're gonna work off of. And let's just say that your CPA for leads is $40. Your CPA for customers is, let's say, $500. Your average order value is $2,000, okay? So this is great. That means that you're gonna need to be able to be right around the ranges of, let's take a look at how much you're gonna need, how many leads you're gonna need in order to be profitable, right? So basically, your profit is, for leads, you need to have equals $2,000, divide that by 40. That means you need at least 50 leads coming in for you to make that $2,000 worth it, right? Because you're gonna be spending $2,000 on lead to make $2,000 per month, AOV per month. So technically, in a 3-month setting here, and a 6 months, and a 12 months, you're gonna know exactly how much you're making from off of this initial $2,000 spend. So let's say, and don't worry if I'm going fast, you can always repeat this. Let's say this one right here equals this times 3. That's $6,000 in the next 3 months, right? Equals this times 6 is $12,000. Equals this times 12 months is going to be $24,000. So you're telling yourself, okay, I spent $2,000 on leads. I got 50 leads, 50 appointments, and I was able to close one client at $2,000 a month. That means in 6 months, I've spent $2,000 to make $6,000. If they stay for 6 months, I've spent $2,000 to make $12,000. If they stayed for 12 months, I've spent $2,000 initially to making $24,000. Okay, so knowing these numbers will greatly affect your marketing plan. So I'd highly recommend, and it goes even deeper than that. Like, we have numbers for days. Literally, we have like spreadsheets over spreadsheets, and we know exactly what our statistics are for show up rates. We know exactly our statistics from show up to booking. from booking to the next step, from the next step to the paying, from paying to how long they stay, retention. So it's very important to know those numbers, because that will tell you exactly if you're profitable long term from your initial spend. And that's very important if you're running a recurring business. If you're running a one-time business and you're running a one-time, I'm just going to sell you this one package and that's it, then of course that number is going to be like 1 week, right? Instead of 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. But this works really, really well if you're in the recurring business. Like we have a lot of clients right now in the recurring business, and they're sticking with us for a very long time because we're making them money initially, and they can see that later on. Okay, so the next step here is you have to be able to also, let's create this sheet right here. I like to call this the benchmark sheet. Okay, so create your benchmarking sheets. You can do things like show up rate. Okay, you can do things like our current leads, lead flow, right, per week, and then on average, let's say 25 leads per week, and then you can say something like current show up rate. You can do things like current AOV weekly, okay, and then you can add all these numbers up, and then you can basically figure out what it is exactly that I need to do to become profitable. So the next thing is, and if you want, go ahead and type it in the box below in the chat box. Let me know if you want me to go over these sheets and how to become more profitable. So to give you guys an idea, we spent around $55,000 in ads total to making $835,000 in recurring. Now that's really cool, right? Knowing your numbers can get you to huge results. If you don't know your numbers in business, you're not going to be able to scale. You're not going to be able to get to a point of profitability because you're not going to know what you're doing. And so if you want me to go over more in details on another video, type in below in the comment box. Let's go into more details on numbers and stats and things like that. And I can help you, show you guys how to become more profitable in your numbers. Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to do this based on a few things, right? So type in the date, and you need to know your numbers day by day by day. You need to know how much you're spending, and you need to know how many leads you're getting. That's the two most important things, okay? So we have the date right here. How much is your spend for that day, and how many leads you've gotten, and how many sales you've gotten, okay? So let's take a look at, let's say March. So let's type in May 1st, 2021, and then literally all you have to do is just click this little blue button and then just drag and drop, and then it'll do everything for you, okay? I kind of got lucky there, but it'll pretty much do everything for you up until whenever. So let's say we have this right here, and what I like to do is I like to just highlight this so I can see it better, and then I like to also, let me see here, click on view, and then click on freeze, and then one row. Hold on, so click on this, view, freeze, and then one row. Okay, so what that does is this freezes everything, so as you're scrolling down, you can see, oh, okay, that's the date, that's the spend, that's the leads and sales. So now the next thing you need to do is put in the date. So the spend here is, let's say you spent the total of, on your workers, you spent the total of, let's say $122 that day, okay? You brought in a total of 8 leads for that day, okay? Now the next thing you can do is you can put another column to the right and have lead cost, lead CPA, okay? So your lead CPA is equals to how much you spent divided by how many leads you've received, and $15 per lead for that day, okay? How many sales did you do? So out of 8 leads, you're able to close 1. So that means you made $2,000 in sales, okay? You close 1 person recurring because you have 8 leads. So not bad, right? And then what you can do next here is you can put in returns, okay? So it's equals to this divided by that, okay? So your return there is a 16x. Let's format this so it's not a dollar. Let's format this to just plain number, okay? So you made a 16.39x return. That was a really good day. Now let's say we kept going and we went $123 the next day. We did $80 here. Let's just say $150, $190, that was a little bit higher. And then let's say what these numbers look like right here. So you went 2 leads, we had 6 leads, we have for 12 leads. That was a really good day. Okay, so all you have to do is just drag and drop this number right here. Click on the little blue button, little blue box right here, and then drag it down. And then I like to make my numbers a little bit cleaner, so I remove the decimals. Okay, and I don't know, for some reason it just changed that, so let's do that. Okay, so now you can see your returns, your CPA leads right here. Okay, and let's say you had 0 sales, but then you had another $2,000 sale right here. Then same thing with returns, it's automatically calculated, and then boom, right there. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to take the end of the month, and I like to have I'd insert one more row down here, and I would turn this into another color, and I'll have the averages of what I've spent so far. Okay, so equals the sum of all of this for the entire month. Okay, and then what I do is I just basically do something like this. Okay, so number of leads total, it's the same thing as the sum of all this. The number of the CPA is going to be an average instead. So it's going to be average equals AVG, average of all of this. Okay, so from here to here, that's the average right there, which it looks like the CPA on average is $26.68. How much in sales I've made and how much of return that was. So same thing right here would be pretty much the average, right? Instead of sum, I would say I'll just do this and type in average. Okay, and that's it. So boom, now I know my numbers. Now this is the most important part, because now we know that, hey, look at here, we spent a total of $665, right? And we generated 32 leads. We made $4,000 in sales. So that's a 5x return, 5.38x return. Not bad, right? So this is why it's super important. Now you can also do this by week as well. You can segment this, another row right here, and then just say this is our week, and our week is going to be highlighted in orange, for example, right? That's our week, this is our month. So this is why it's super important, because when you're doing this, most business owners do not do this at all. Okay, I guarantee you there's a lot of you watching this, you're nodding your head, you're like, I don't do this at all, and I need to do this. This is the reason why we're so successful in our company and any other company that I do build. The reason is because I know my numbers, and as easy as just putting them on a spreadsheet right here. So first thing, make your benchmark. Second thing is figure out your numbers. And then lastly, have fun with all the appointments that you're gonna have. Now, if you're running this yourself or you're running this with a team, there's multiple ways of doing this. I'd recommend that if you do wanna grow, that you grow with the team and that you hire a team. Get yourself a good, steady team that knows what they're doing, that can help you close more sales. Because initially I was doing all the sales, right? I was on all the sales calls, I was taking them, and I was trying to sell people on virtual assistants and selling them on virtual assistants. Now I have a whole team of people that's doing this for me, and all I have to do is just optimize and get them more leads. And so of course you're saying to yourself, I can't do 500 leads a week or a month, and I can't do 700 or even 300 leads a month. Then that's when you need to hire a team. So two things: if you need a team to do outreach for you, we can actually do it as Stealth Agents. Number two, if you need a team that actually sell for you over the phones and do onboarding calls as well, we can actually do that for you as well. Okay, so put it in the chat box below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you enjoy this video, it's a very simple strategy. All we do is we create a Facebook profile with the landing page right on the profile, with our link right on the profile. We add relevant business owners. They message us and they ask us what we do in our services, and then we book a call on our calendar. It's super, super easy. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to get a lot of appointments with just one. On average, one person can get anywhere from 5 to 7 appointments per week, sometimes even 14 to 20 appointments per week, depending on the person. But if you have an entire team doing this, if you want 15 appointments a day, 30 appointments per day, you're gonna need a team, and you're gonna need a customized solution for that. And so this is where we step in and we can help you out with that. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. And if you want me to go over some more numbers, more in details, Put it in the comments down below. Let me know, and if I do get enough inquiries, I'll create a more in-depth profitability sheet training video for you guys. Like I said, I could probably sell this video training course for like $500 if I wanted to, but I'm giving you guys this for free in hopes that you eventually will do business with Stealth Agents one day. All right, once again, thank you so much. My name is Teo Vano, and I'll see you on the next video.